Good morning and welcome everybody to your first video of reported speech, which is also referred to as narration. What is it in particularly? You must have studied it in your various sections, right from standard 7 to 6 it begins when we solve some easy ones. But now as we move on from 9 to 10th, it becomes serious matter because the practicality of it is discussed here. How come? Well, let's see the first example. You write reports for newspapers or stories. They are all you will see are in reported speech. In general, some incident that has been that you have observed has to be reported. So you can't quote the exact words used by the person who had spoken. So you listen to it and then you report it in your tone. Now, one thing you must be sure that the meaning of a direct speech should not be changed in the indirect speech, although the tense changes from present to past. Let's have a few rules. For example, what are direct speech and what are reported speech? Direct speech is a report of exact words used by a speaker or writer. The words spoken appear within inverted commas and should be exactly word to word as spoken or written. When we report what someone said in our own words, it is called indirect or reported speech. We do not use inverted comma, do not write exact words as spoken or written by someone. Now, parts of direct and indirect speech. Let's break it up. I like breaking up everything into pieces so that it's easy to understand. Both direct and indirect speech have two parts which are complete sentences in themselves. They are reporting verb and reported verb. What is reporting verb? Who said to whom? And reported verb, what exact words spoken put within inverted commas. Direct speech into indirect speech. In indirect speech, conjunction that if, whether, to is used to join the two sentences. Also, the tenses of speech changes to past tense. Rules 1, you have to change the pronoun first. When the pronoun in the reported verb is in first person, it changes according to the subject of reporting verb. When the pronoun, remember, the pronoun in the reported verb is first person, it will change according to the subject of reported verb. How? Ram said to me, I am going. Now see, I is first person, so it will change according to Ram. And what is Ram? Ram is third person, you are referring to person, so it will become third person. Ram said to me that he was going. So I changes to third person. It according to Ram. Ram is third person, it becomes third person. Right? I first person singular in direct speech becomes he, third person singular. In indirect speech, as a subject of the reported verb, Ram is also third person singular, as I told you. You said to Radha, just excuse me. Where are the editing tools? I don't see the editing tools over here. Anyway, it's not here, so it's not here. You said to Radha, I am studying. You said to Radha that you were studying. So you said, you is second person, the second person remains same. Right? So nothing much to debate over here. They said to me, we are playing. So they is third person, it becomes, we is first person plural, sorry. And they is third person plural, so it will become third person. And they becomes they, that they were playing. And are becomes were. We will come to that, the changing of verbs. Now let's come to rule number 2. When the pronoun in reported verb is in second person, it changes according to the object of the reporting verb. When pronoun of the reported verb is second person, so inside the inverted comma is second person, so it will change according to the object of the reporting verb, the second one. I said to Ram, you are unworthy. Now you is a second person thing. And so according to the subject, Ram, it will change to third person. Ram is a third person, so it becomes he was unworthy. You second person in direct speech becomes he, third person singular in indirect speech, as the object of the word Ram is also a third person singular noun. I don't think changing of verb would be not very big difficult. You have to note the verb pronoun of the reported verb. Person, if it is first person, it will change according to subject of the reporting verb, and if it's second person, it will change as per the object of the reporting verb. So see, here are a few examples. Teacher said to me, you are a good student. Teacher told me that I was a good student. See, the teacher told me, the object is me, me becomes I. That's how pronouns is changed. I said to you, you keep quiet. I said to you that you keep quiet. You is second person, so it will remain the second person according to the object. Now, rule 3, when the pronoun of a reported verb, the verb inside the inverted comma, right, is third person, then the verb remains unchanged. See, inside the reporting verb, the pronoun is they, so it is in third person, so it is not changing. Not much difficulty in understanding this. So we have gone through all these, and let's have a look at a few more examples of how to change object from subject. Now, rules for changing the tense. This also plays a very important role whenever you are solving direct and indirect speech, from direct speech to indirect speech. So, rule for changing tense. The first rule is that if there is a present or future tense in direct speech, then tense of the indirect speech will not change. Or if the reporting verb denotes present tense or future tense, then in the direction, the tone of the indirect speech or the tense of the indirect speech would not change under any circumstances. Like, for example, of present tense, he says to me, you are wise. It changes into he says to me. See, says is present tense, so he says to me that I am wise. It remains in the same tense. You are, it becomes I am. You changes as per the object of the verb, it's second person. So object of the reporting verb me, it becomes I, and R becomes, so I, with I we use am. Ram will say to me, I am true. Ram will say to me that he is true. So you see over there, one is an example of present tense, and the other is an example of future tense. And you see nothing, you are doing nothing, you are just removing inverted comma and adding that. Done. Whenever you see the reporting verb in present tense or future tense, do nothing. Remove the inverted comma and put a that in between and put a full stop. Your job is done. Now, rule 2. If there is past tense in the direct speech, the tense of the indirect speech changes as mentioned below. Now, past tense as in if the reporting verb is in past tense. In direct speech, it is simple present, it changes into simple past. If it is in present progressive, it changes into past progressive. Simple present, simple past. Present progressive, past progressive. Progressive or continuous tense. We also call it the continuous tense. Now present perfect. So it becomes past perfect. If it's simple past, excuse me, it becomes past perfect. And if it's past progressive, it becomes past perfect progressive. As simple as that. Progressive is continuous. You also read it as continuous. Some old-fashioned books use it as progressive. So you should know both. Now, let's see a few examples. He said to me, we play. So it becomes, he said to me that they played. Simple, we play, simple present, it changes into simple past, they played. He said to me, we are playing. It is present continuous, it becomes past continuous, that they were playing. Easy, not very difficult. They said to me that we have played. It is present perfect, it changes into past perfect, that they had played. You see, trick is simple. He said to me that we have been playing. So what will it change? Past present perfect continuous, have been playing. So it becomes they had been playing. They said to me we played. It's simple past. So it will become past perfect. They had played. He said to me that they were playing. They had been playing. We have played. They had played. We had been playing. That they had been playing. The pronoun changes according to you see the person of the pronoun, right? Anyway, so with this we keep up to this for this week. Rest when we meet again in our next video. Till then, goodbye.